Hello, I'm Robert from Digital Storm. In this video, I'm going to give you a product overview of our Bolt line of systems. We are extremely proud to bring this system to market. Bolt delivers explosive desktop power in one of the thinnest form factors without sacrificing performance, thermals, or noise. Because no chassis existed on the market that met the demanding requirements we sought with this system, every aspect of Bolt's chassis, down to the tiniest detail, was designed in-house by our team of engineers. Bolt measures in at an astoundingly small 3.6 inches wide by 14 inches tall by 15 inches long, making it one of the thinnest microgaming powerhouses on the market. Bolt is available in either a black and white or a gunmetal and black finish. I'd like to draw your attention to the massive amount of venting we have on this system. If I spin this around, you can see this large vent covers nearly the entire length of this side panel. This assures the video card has a constant stream of cold air. Up on top, we have another long vent that makes sure no stagnant air stays inside of the system. If we move over to the other side of the system, we have two additional vents. The large vent brings in cold air directly onto the CPU and the mainboard, while the small vent provides the power supply with its own dedicated channel of cold air. Finishing off our venting on the back, we have our power supply and video card exhaust ports, as well as this large ventilated section that exhausts any air from the mainboard and CPU. All of this assures that each component has enough venting to eliminate any thermal issues while also maintaining a low noise profile. To round out the external features, I'd like to take you to the top of the system. Here we have our power button and our reset button. Along the front of the system, we have our optical drive. This recessed area is designed to easily come out, so if you're ever looking to upgrade or replace your optical drive, it won't be a difficult task to accomplish. On the front right side of the system, we have our headphone port, microphone port, as well as two USB 2.0 and two USB 3.0 ports. To gain access into the system, there are 4 screws on the back that hold the cover on. With these screws removed, we can slide the entire cover back and remove it. As you can see, even with this being a tiny system, everything is cleanly laid out. Over the CPU, we have a large 120mm air cooler. This not only supplies impressive cooling to the CPU, but it also makes sure that the mainboard's chipset and voltage regulator stay cool as well. For our storage options, we have room for either 2 full-sized hard drives, or 1 full-sized hard drive and 2 solid-state drives, for a maximum total of 3 drives. Up here, we have our 500-watt gold-rated 1U server power supply. This supply was custom built specifically for our Bolt line of systems and was engineered to deliver consistent, reliable power output while also keeping a quiet fan profile. If we go to the other side of the system, we have access to our video card and the back side of the mainboard. As you can see, we have a GTX 680 in this system, which delivers massive graphical power. This, coupled with an available i7, assures that you won't have any issues playing even the most demanding modern games. Before we move on to the next segment, I'd like to show you just how tiny Bolt is by comparing it with another system. Here we have Bolt sitting next to an Ode system. Ode is a mid-tower, so you can see just how small the Bolt is when we put them side by side for comparison. Behind me, I have a monitor hooked up to this Bolt system. I'd like to take you all over and show you that even with Bolt's minuscule size, we're not going to have any issues with frame rate or temperatures. Let me show you. So I have Dirt 3 loaded up on our Bolt system here. I have this running at a resolution of 5760 by 1080, running across 3 monitors with every single graphics option set to maximum. That level of immersion or graphical experience is just something that you're not going to get on current gen consoles. But for ease of use and accessibility, I have the same level of controls that I do on a console. I have an Xbox 360 wireless controller hooked up to this Bolt system, though if you prefer keyboard and mouse for either MMOs, first-person shooters, that's always an option. We also have options for racing wheels, flight yokes, joysticks, so depending on what different games you're into, or if you're into multiple games, this is going to be a much more versatile system to own. So right now, I'd like to jump into some of the gameplay and show you just how impressive our Bolt system is. With this tri-monitor setup, there's so much more of the game world that I can experience. It's a lot more fun. As I accelerate here and go through this corner, you'll see some of these cars will move around between the different monitors. A lot of these cars I wouldn't even be able to see if I didn't have a monitor surround setup like this. It really helps to enhance the visual experience and just add to the overall fun of the game. Trust me, this is a lot of fun. As you can see, even running across 3 monitors with every setting set to maximum, we're not having any issues with frame rate. The game is running butter smooth, just like how it should be. So while I've been gaming, I've also been monitoring our temperatures. If I Alt-Tab here and we load back to the desktop, we can see that the highest recorded temperature I have for my CPU is 59 degrees Celsius, and the highest recorded temperature I have for my video card is 79 degrees Celsius. So this is during a 45-minute load session on 3 monitors with everything set to maximum. So when you get it to your house, this assures that whatever games you're playing on the system, it's not going to have any issues. It's going to play just like it should. While we're on the subject of temperatures, I'd like to show you just how well Bolt CPU can handle an intensive load scenario. I have Ada 64 running on the system right now. This is running all available cores to 100%. So this is going to push the CPU harder than even the most intense video game. Even with this running now, the highest recorded temperature I have for the CPU is 71 degrees Celsius. So you can game or render on this for as long as you want, and you're not going to have any issues with CPU temperature. There's one piece of software I really like to show you that will help to enhance the overall experience of owning your Bolt system. This is Steam's Big Picture mode. Now this is going to be a great feature for any of you that are running this on a television or running this on a home theater system, anywhere where you're going to be a far distance from your screen where tiny text might be difficult to make out or read. With this, I have quick, easy access to the store, to any different game trailers. I also have access to my library, so here's all the games that I've recently played. Here's all the games that I own. I can easily launch any of these games directly from within Big Picture mode. I also have access to my community, so I can easily find friends, join their games, have them join my games, or send them quick messages. I can also easily do this not only with a keyboard, but with a wireless controller such as an Xbox 360 controller. So this is not only a nice way to get easier access to your games, it just better helps to enhance the overall experience of PC gaming. As you can see, Bolt is a very impressive system. It combines the small size and portability of a console system with the high-end power and usability of a full-fledged gaming desktop. So if you're looking for a system that's tiny but has an immense amount of power, you'll definitely want to check out our Bolt line of systems. So that pretty much wraps up my review of Bolt. If there's anything I didn't cover, any questions you have, or anything you'd like to know, just go ahead, give us a call or shoot us an email, and we'll be happy to help.